People who talk to themselves are often judged or misunderstood. Some people even laugh, whisper, or assume something is wrong. But psychology explains something very different. Talking to yourself is not a weakness. In many cases, it's a sign of strong mental ability. In fact, psychologists have found that self-talk is a powerful mental tool used by highly focused, self-aware, and emotionally intelligent people. Today, we're going to explore 5 uncommon traits that people who talk to themselves often develop naturally, even if they don't realize it. Trait 1. Faster thinking. When you speak your thoughts out loud, your brain processes information more clearly. Psychologists call this verbal thinking. Your brain treats spoken words like external input, not just internal noise. This helps organize thoughts, reduce confusion, and speed up problem solving. That's why many people talk to themselves while working, studying, or trying to solve a difficult problem. They are literally turning chaos into clear instructions. Instead of thoughts bouncing randomly in the mind, self-talk gives them structure. And structured thinking leads to faster decisions. This is why self-talkers often appear more focused and mentally sharp in challenging situations. Strong self-awareness. Talking to yourself helps you observe your own thoughts. Instead of reacting emotionally, you pause and ask yourself questions like, why do I feel this way? What's the best next step? What am I missing here? Psychology calls this metacognition, thinking about your thinking. People with strong metacognition don't get controlled by their thoughts. They guide them. This ability is closely linked to better decision-making, emotional intelligence, and long-term personal growth. In simple words, self-talkers don't just think, they understand how they think. That's part of the section. Research shows that calm self-talk can reduce stress activity in the brain. When people talk themselves through fear, anger, or sadness, the brain begins to relax. This process is known as self-directed emotional regulation. C. Instead of depending on others to calm them down, self-talkers know how to stabilize their emotions internally. They might say things like, "It's okay, breathe, you can handle this. This feeling will pass." This doesn't mean they don't feel emotions. It means they know how to manage them. And that skill is incredibly powerful in stressful or unpredictable situations. One bullet, trait 4, strong internal motivation. Trait 4. People who talk to themselves often give themselves small pep talks. Focus. Just one more step. Don't stop now. Psychology calls this intrinsic motivation. Motivation that comes from within, not from praise or approval. Self-talkers don't always wait for encouragement from others. They know how to push themselves forward. Studies show intrinsic motivation is one of the strongest predictors of long-term success because it doesn't depend on external validation. When motivation comes from inside, consistency becomes easier. Trait 5. Visual thinking. Many people who talk to themselves don't just think in words, they think in images. As they speak, they imagine outcomes, scenarios, and solutions. Psychologists call this dual coding, when the brain uses both language and visuals. This makes learning faster, planning stronger, and creativity deeper. That's why many self-talkers excel at problem-solving, strategy, and creative thinking. They don't just hear their thoughts, they see them. Final truth. So if someone ever makes fun of you for talking to yourself, remember this. Psychology suggests you may be using your brain more effectively than most people. Self-talk isn't a flaw. It's a mental tool. A tool for clarity, for emotional control, for focus and intelligence. And once you understand how to use it consciously, it becomes even more powerful. So tell me, do you talk to yourself? Share in the comments.